All right, what's going on? Welcome to the early evening show. We got the best guests I've had so far, man. We got my man, my brother, my young brother, Wesley Leggett from Loudon United Football Club. Yeah, give it up for him. Yep, 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 yep. All
Well,
right.
guys, thank you. Appreciate it.
No, man, thank you for coming, brother. I got so many questions I want to ask, man. So I'm gonna just get right into it. The USL. Now, I've been watching Ted Lasso, and I understand that some teams get relegated down. Is the USL like one of those? Is it a situation like that with the MLS where the USL you can move up?
So right now, no, there's no relegation. So I guess it's kind of a good sense to where you can kind of push every game and go hard and kind of push everything you did to try to win, and makes the league a little competitive in the sense where anybody can be anyone because there's everyone's playing forward, everyone's trying to like prove themselves, everyone's trying to win every game because there's no relegation of that sense. But I've been hearing talks of it, but as of right now, no.
It's close, man. I was watching the USL. Was it like 3 weeks ago? USL
Mhm.
on. It was on. I think CBS, one of them big channels.
CBS, yeah, it's on CBS
Yeah,
now this year.
I was like, well, all right, man. Look,
Mhm.
so anybody out there, make sure y'all look for Loudon United FC when they playing on CBS. Y'all can catch my brother Wes. Um, and now let's talk about the team. So y'all
Mhm.
9, 6, and 8. Y'all
Mhm.
right in the mix of the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Talk about how the season's been going so far. Y'all seem to been getting it together more of late.
Yeah, the season's been good. Obviously, the beginning we had a little bit a rough spell, but that's most of the season. I think in the beginning of the season, everyone's trying to figure out everyone's tendencies, everyone's strengths. But then once we got it rolling, we went on a nice 8 game win streak, which is like the biggest in club history.
Yeah,
So we've been doing our thing, and right now we're in a tough stretch at the end of the season where we're playing top teams in the league, and we're still pushing for the first ever playoff berth in club history. So right now there's a lot to get distracted on, but we're just trying to focus one game at a time and do what we do best and try to win games and play good football every single week. So
that's it, man. Love it, man.
yeah,
So, but y'all in the mix, man. So
yes, sir.
we pulling for you. The early evening show, all the fans, we pulling for you, man. Hopefully y'all get in, and this we'll go back to this interview and be like, yeah, see, they won the championship in the end,
Yes,
whatever.
sir.
But it's early though, or very early. So just a couple weeks ago, you was awarded the USL Championship Team of the Week honors for Week 19. How
Yeah.
did that feel? I followed your career. I know you've been high level from high school to
Mhm.
college. How did it feel to get like your first big award on a professional level?
I think for me, it's one of those things where the biggest thing was we had success in those games. So making team of the week usually means that your team had some success in the week, which is a good part. So that's first and foremost the most important thing. But for me individually to get an honor like that is very nice. It's a blessing. I think it's good to see their hard work paying off and seeing the growth that you've had kind of transpire on the field. So I think that's something that's big for me to see, and it's just like okay, you see it working on the field. So now it's not time to let up on the gas. It's time to full fledged keep going and keep
That's right.
pushing. So it was great to see, definitely.
All gas, man. All your supporters, man. It was exciting to see, brother. I'm looking like, oh man, this is my guy, man. But continue the great work. So talk about how the success from earlier in your career to right now. Talk about how the process of hard work and really
Mhm.
the adjustment from being a brand new professional player to somebody that's, I'm not gonna say you mad seasoned, but you've been
Yeah.
around a little longer than you was before, so you're a little more
Mhm.
comfortable. Talk
Yeah,
about
for
that
sure.
process.
So like even from like high school and everything like that too.
Nah, I mean, we could go. I'm saying from St. John's on, from St.
Okay,
John's
gotcha,
on, because
gotcha, gotcha.
you
Perfect.
went UConn. For y'all, those of y'all who don't know, he started off at UConn and transferred to St. John's, then professional. So talk about that journey.
Okay, so it kind of connects a little bit to high school, but high school you kind of know that everything kind of works out for it was working out for me.
Right.
Um, Everything's scoring goals, so you kind of think, oh, this is how I'm going to do it, and just going to easily transfer into the college game. So I think when I kind of went to UConn, there was a little bit of hiccups. Like there's obviously a transition each player has. You're playing from 18-year-olds to 24-year-old, 26-year-olds, people coming in. So you play with grown men for the first time that you've ever kind of had. So I think I kind of had like a little bit of a learning curve where I was still understanding that it's just not going to cut it for me because I didn't get the playing time I initially wanted. So I asked questions, why am I not playing? I want to play. I know I can play. So then
Right.
when they gave me the answers, I said, okay, this is what I'm going to work on. I'm going to wake up early. I'm gonna grind on this because I want to play and I know I can help the team by playing.
Right.
So I think not playing for the first time in my career as much as I wanted to or I anticipated to was
Hmm.
something. Obviously, some people can get upset and just like kind of like be like, I'm not doing this, so it's easy to give up. I was kind of just like, okay, if this is what I got to work on, I'm gonna make sure I work on this so they don't even say anything about this next time I come around.
Right.
So I think that's just always how I've always been. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on this until this becomes like a strength or this becomes something where they're not even gonna mention it. And even I brought that same attitude to St. John's. They and I did the same thing. Like I had the same work ethic to where like I'm gonna improve every aspect of my game. And then now it's just I do the same thing. And it's funny enough, like the things that they told me I need to work on in college is things that people don't even really mention while I'm here. So it's just like I said before, it's great to see the growth of me as a player. And I think the biggest thing I can say in my journey was I've had talent, of course, and I think I've cultivated a lot of hard work with it. So now it's just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving forward. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So where'd that hard work, where'd that work ethic come from? Because a lot of talented athletes. Then some of them, like you're one that you have just extreme talent. You would have been good if you didn't try when you were younger.
Yeah.
And as you
Yeah.
get older, that's where a lot of kids fall off. They just don't maintain that
Yeah.
same work ethic.
For sure.
They get to college, fall off the map. Even in college, they may still be
Yeah.
successful, get to pros, fall off the map. How do you maintain that work ethic? What was it in your upbringing or in you personally that made you continue that?
It's definitely upbringing. I think it's the people I surround myself with as well. I think it's my upbringing, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, my brother always kind of said like, you gotta work hard. This isn't gonna be an easy thing. So like that already started from day one. And I think on top of that, my grandpa was a boxer, so that's one of the biggest sports of discipline and hard work that I've ever seen. So it's
One
just
hundred
like
percent.
so he would always tell me like, it's hard to make it, so you gotta work hard, and he would do all this stuff. So I think he was always testing me when I was younger, and then when he like really see me started to take it seriously, he was like, okay, like now I'm gonna. He was kind of like testing to see my love for the game. Then
Right,
my dad's the same way, hard working the way he works in his job. My mom works hard in her job, so it worked for everything. So I think just seeing them also work and then them telling me I have to work helps me a lot. And then I think the biggest thing too on top of that is my friend groups I have around me, the
right.
people I hang out with close are the people that work hard. For example, like my best friend Diggy, like
Yeah,
Diggy.
shout out to Dig,
Shout
man.
out Diggy, man. Like Diggy is also one of the most hardworking athletes I've ever met. My roommate Kwame, he played for a lot of big teams. He's a hardworking athlete. The people I surround myself with are and I'm actually spend like significant time with are hardworking athletes and hardworking people that whether they're athletes or people, they work hard in their craft. So I think respectively if it's in like their job in New York or their job or me being a pro athlete, everyone has that like mentality like we gotta work hard to get what we gotta get. But yeah, Diggy's definitely another person I talk to a lot all the time every day, and he's yeah
Love
we
that.
we help each other
Love that, man. So for those of y'all that don't know, David Diggy Coit, they went to high school together, and Diggs now going to Kansas. Hopefully
yeah.
y'all get to see him soon. We're gonna have that conversation. And you're a professional athlete, and they've been tight coming up. So it's just inspiring to see like both of y'all get to the
Mhm.
levels y'all wanted to get to because y'all talked about it in high school. But a lot of people talk about things in high school that never happens. You never see
Yeah,
fruition.
no, we stuck to it,
You absolutely
and
and still don't.
we hold each other accountable to like a lot of stuff. So
That's right. So keep doing it. Keep doing whatever
for
y'all
sure.
doing is working out outstanding. So being a professional athlete, what's one of the most unexpected things that you've experienced just in general? It doesn't have to be sports related, it can be life, whatever the case, but I'm sure people give the perception of pro athletes and think one thing. From your view, what's something
Yeah,
unexpected that people wouldn't realize?
I think a lot of things that people don't realize is that a lot of pro athletes sometimes can kind of fall off in the sense to where when you get there they get a lot of complacent to
Mm,
where they think just because they got it there that they're there. I think the biggest thing that so I have a lot of friends that play even in the league above, and I asked them advice about what's their thoughts on the league, what's their thoughts on what's some advice you can give a young player, and they say don't take it for granted. I feel like I took it for granted when I got in there that oh, I made it, everything's good. So I kind of took everything a little bit off, a little foot off the gas. And then next thing you know, some of them said they got loaned out to lower divisions, and then they have to work hard again. But they're like, and then they work hard when in the lower divisions to get back. But they're like, don't work hard to get back. Always work hard when you get there. And I think even my mom said, she said the hardest part is when you get to where you get to. That's not when you. She said that's when you have to work even harder than when you had to get up to where you got to get to. You have to work hard to stay where you're at and even go higher. So I think that's a big thing that people sometimes think just because you're pro or when you get to pro you're there. You're good. And the funny thing is like they always is a saying that they say in the pro communities, even every sport, they say it's not the first contract, it's the second, third ones when you know you really starting to make it in there. So
That's right.
so I think that's one thing, like the complacency aspect. There's a lot of athletes that get a little bit complacent when they get to where they need to be. And I think another thing I took, I forget how much you travel. That's crazy. You travel a lot, and it's a blessing. I love it every minute of it, but you forget how much you travel.
Right, and that's so like dog. I don't know about you. I'm not a huge. I don't love traveling. I'll do it to get to a destination, but I don't love it. Traveling like every week, multiple times. That has to wear on you, man.
A little bit. It does definitely wear on you, but that's the game. That's what we signed up for. And at the end of the day, we're blessed to play the sport that we all loved every single day. So I mean, I'll take it. But yeah, like traveling, the aspect of traveling and getting up early and going somewhere is can be a little annoying, but definitely going to nice places is definitely a perk though. So
Absolutely,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the gift and the curse, right? Yeah,
It's a
both
gift and
sides.
a curse. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, talk about what it's. What advice would you give to a younger you
hmm
coming into the not just a younger you in general that you think maybe I could have did better on, and what's some advice you would give young people that's trying to get to the position you're in right now?
An advice I would give to younger me is I would tell him the one just work hard in everything you do. I know it's cliche, but the biggest thing I would say is thief is the comparison of joy, or no, comparison is the thief of joy.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, so I would tell him like, not be envious, but don't be envious of people, but just focus on you. At the end of the day, if your time is your time, so if you see people that you feel like, oh, or you played with and you think like, oh, they're in this position, sometimes even if it's something little, you're not being envious of them, it's still energy that you're wasting instead of you should just be focusing on yourself. So I think I would tell myself that, and I would tell myself that only take only take critique from people that you would ask advice to.
Mm,
Everyone's going to talk, so it's like everyone, no matter whether you're playing well, you're playing bad, someone's going to have something to say. So I think regardless of just the people that you look up to and the people that you keep close to you, and the people that you would actually ask for criticism from or critiques, to ask them to critique you, is the people that you can take the criticism from, or I think that's the biggest thing, because at the end of the day, people are going to talk, so just be super focused on what you need to do. I would say that to my younger self, and advice I'll give the younger people is just, if you love it, the journey is always going to be hard, so
right.
you got to work hard every single time. This isn't something that you do this is like you have to eat, breathe, love what you do, especially if you want to be a professional athlete. I feel like that once you have that mentality, like you love the game and you want to give everything to the game, I feel like it'll give everything back. So I think that's a big thing I would say.
Absolute great advice on both. Great advice to younger you and to the young people that's
Yeah.
listening. Y'all take that because that's powerful stuff. Like, so like everybody's gonna have an opinion, but some people's opinions don't matter as much as others. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much what you were saying. I love that. All right. So look, man, I know you're a professional athlete. You got stuff to do. So I'm gonna end this with a quick this or that. We're gonna
Gotcha.
play. So you pretty much just gotta pick one of the two. I got five things, and
All
we're
right.
gonna start off with since you're a professional soccer player or professional football player, depending on what country we in, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi,
Why?
100%.
Why?
I love both of them. I respect both of them, but
Yeah,
Messi is just, that man is not from this planet. They both aren't, but Messi is just,
another level.
that man is different.
Yeah, got you. All right, pizza or fried chicken?
Oof. See, here's
That's
the
tough,
thing. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say pizza only because I
right?
can't eat fried chicken as much as I like. That's like a it's a thing where I can only have when I'm home. You know what I mean? Off
Right.
season.
Right.
Pizza is like one of the cheat meals, but it's a healthier cheat meal to get. So I'm gonna go with pizza though.
I
Pizza's.
got you. I got you. So we got to ask you again in the off season to see what your
Now
answer
you
is.
might get a different answer though. You might catch a different answer from me.
Word. All right. Beach or water park?
Beach.
All right, that's fair. This is a kind of a layup. NFL or MLS?
I gotta say MLS. I gotta
Yeah,
say
I was about to say that was the
MLS.
politically correct answer.
That's what I'm grinding for. I gotta say MLS.
All right, Giants or Eagles? Last one. Never going
Eagles.
American football. Eagles. Ah,
Eagles.
man. You ruined the whole interview with that one, man. I'm a Giants fan, babe, but it's all good.
Nah, it's all good. It's
Listen,
all good. So then you talk
anybody
about
out there?
Saquon.
Oh man, yeah, I'm mad you even brought that up. We just gonna move right along. I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt. So, brother, you got anything you want to tell the people before we get off?
Nah, I appreciate y'all for having me. That's the main thing. Appreciate y'all.
Oh man, appreciate you. You my first professional athlete on the early evening show, man. That actually sat down for an interview. I had other ones appear. You the first one to stay on. So man, I appreciate you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. We love you out here. We support you. Make sure y'all watch Loudon FC. Bang, they out there. We got one of our own on there. So y'all make sure y'all give it up for Wesley Leggett. And when the US sells on CBS, make sure y'all watch it. That's all, it's all good for everybody. All right, thanks for coming on, Wes.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace, love.
Peace and
Bang.
love always.
All right.